suis un gros bruiteur. Je suis dans un mauvais mood toute la journée, gros, je peux pas. Je vais sortir après.
Yes.
Il y a un moment où ça m'a cassé les couilles pendant ça va. Putain, comment c'est que tu vas bien faire ça passe vraiment, non?
Obrigado.
C'est d'accord aussi. Moi je trouve ça vraiment.
You don't want anybody to apply too much pressure. Plus, they are further away from the zone. They are a little split at this point. Falcon is going to rotate back. Junior 7 Josh and Tom Wamo stacked up against each other right there in front of the garage of that building. I wonder if the campfire is going to be a clue for them. If they do spot it and realize they might be low HP, might be the time to push. They have a way of pressure. Shockwaves, inventory, whatever that means. Rotation is not going to be a problem. Team Shockwave. Ton of clutch might be time for it. You see him line it up. In fact, he might even be marking it just to say, hey, let's get ready to go. Indeed, that's what he was doing. There we go. Rotation all the way south. Look at that. Solid push ahead of the team that did apply pressure moments ago. They have the circle advantage now, and now they are sitting at the forefront, able to storm hold. A big move
reckless
there.
Push. They had the zone right here.
They did.
They go outside the storm, the safety zone, just to try and force that fight, and then failed.
You got to think the potential chance of taking damage from the storm, the storm surge might have been the reason for the push. Not 100% sure. We didn't have the number up on the screen at that moment, but you have to think, throwing away a positional advantage the last second there, especially because you know the storm timer. The circle timer is on your screen, so they know that at some point, if they're going to push, they need to make it quick, or they just need to wait. Chose to move out there, and now they're on the outside. Meanwhile, 3 HP. The other two from the trio, and so Amplify still up. This is the winners from game 1, by the way.
Oh, they are.
25 points, a big lead going into game 2.
This is what we like to call shambles loot right here, man. Miro with no heals, 3 HP in a dream. Amplify also equally hurt. They do have a couple of eliminations to their name here, but it's looking pretty dicey.
Look on your mini-map, they have to rotate past so many teams, and they're sharing loot right now just to try and give everybody a chance. I almost would say maybe Miro drop everything that he's got just in case, any chance to boost up the O2, because at this point, 3 HP is not the best place to be, and that's how he's pushing forward. The 2 launch the mini-map. Second there.
You have to appreciate that, so he kind of lead in the charge here. He's the only one with shield on his team, so he says, you know what, I'm going to go out first. I'll do the building. I'll do the leading here. Taking the path to the next zone, and I mean, it gets him a little bit closer to the safety spot. I think the play here is either catch a pick, get this siphon, or buy time, right? Hopefully a launch pad comes down. You guys get a little share time on it, and they can get that way to the zone.
That audio cue, you hear the shockwave. That actually is a very good signal for them. Being low HP, they don't want to make a move before somebody else. And Hunter gets almost beamed into the ground, but now they know that they're basically free to rotate. The team that was potentially going to be a problem. Big hit there. Gets the elimination on Hunter. Very valuable. Amplify does, in fact, go down. You see in the top left, Raxo takes him down from D-Mine. 23 trios remaining, 61 players total. The threshold on the middle right, they're 343 damage above. But Miro still sitting at only 3 HP. The mini's going to be a big pickup there. Now 53 total.
At least he gets him a little more healthy, right? Puts him in the game, keeps him in the game just for a little longer. Now he has the option to pick up this blue pump, and he actually is going to opt into keeping the gold tack. That's actually a pleasant surprise there. Wouldn't have thought that, you know, the pros would take the slower pull-out time from the gold tack over the blue pump.
You get a 200 damage hit with the blue pump. Can mean the difference between making it into the circle and getting stopped by somebody. Maybe you get surprised inside your own box, somebody takes your wall. Situational awareness is big for the blue pump to be extremely effective, and your accuracy has to be on. But man, when the thing hits, it really hits.
Really got to appreciate this push right here, because they're still fighting for this game right here. There's a minigun over to the left. That hit right there is going to hurt a lot, though, because, again, the heals are so sketchy here. I think they have one more mini left to their name. Yeah, perfect time to come with the explodes right there. He's trying to break through the build. Someone's going to catch a sneak shot from behind, though.
That back right corner, Miro down to 49 on the ground. Matsoe probably going to have to leave him out to dry there. Another team making moves on the side. The safe zone, the next safe zone, the bottom middle of your screen. The bottom middle of the current safe zone. You see the bottom right there, the mini-map. 5 damage below the threshold. Skype solo right now, looking for a tag. And he does actually find it, and an elimination is a big point right there. 20 trios remaining. We get close to placement points before too long.
Just looking at the feed, I saw Mitro still in the running here somewhere in the game. So that trio, top 5 trio, still in the running here. I think our number 1 team might have been completely wiped during that push right there, so they're out. They cannot accumulate any more points, but they did pick up a lot of eliminations. So you best believe they're still in the top 10 as far as we know right now. But it's so early. It's still so early.
There's a lot of opportunity here. We still have a number of games left. Camo, Army, and Pepper at the top of this, looks like 4 or 6 block tower. Stinger to apply pressure while the minigun is going. Love the EU tactics. You don't see too much minigun other regions right now. This Tamawamo does go down. Well, imagine that many rounds from a trio all shooting at your single build and you're by yourself. It basically GG at that point.
This team here is also just heavy on the They're 7 plus for the squad right here, and they have the prime position to catch the picks of anyone rotating from the backside. This is actually perfect too, right? The heavy congestion is below them. They don't have anyone up here in this layer with them. The closest person is this trio right here to their left, and it looks like it's time to get that focus fire on. Here comes the minigun.
The mark for attacking right there. Stink to apply and make a move. Use those HP tags that pop up to see where your opponents are rotating. Now they're in literally the very bottom of the same builds. You have a ton of people stacked up next to each other at this point now. But Camo, Pepper, and Harmy look like they still have the ultimate high ground, the best spot on the map right now. That being said, they're on the far west of the current safe zone, and they need to rotate southeast. Hopefully, somebody's got a launch pad or shockwaves in the inventory to make this rotation. Otherwise, they're going to have to build across and tarp over everyone else underneath them. You do still see Benji, Fishy, Mongrel, and Mitro right there on your screen. They are still in this one. Looking down from almost the same angle. Here we go. Rotation with the launch pad. Well above the damage threshold for Storm Surge. Excellent spot. And 12 rockets in the RPG. They're going to build on pre-built structure over there. That somebody else put up might even be their own builds.
And this is exactly what you want to study from this star trio right here. Zone 6, they go for the high ground. So they're actually going to take the high ground. He's going to catch 2 on the knock right there, which means that team is really hurting now. That's going to be Voron who gets taken out there. Voron was also in the top 5, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a power takedown right here. It's going to allow this trio to just get one step closer, kind of breaking away, getting, you know, Shio Wager, the mayonnaise tub to the face. So we'll see if it, comes to fruition before the day's up.
Mitro staying a little bit towards the back to keep throwing down those RPGs at players that are rotating, or the builds to see if we can get drops on people. Mitro picking up. There's those 2 elims in the feed, so he did secure both of them. That puts the entire trio at 6 total right now, 17 points. And we're looking at placement now, top 15 trios remaining. Only 29 players, though, as the elimination feed is starting to light up across the board. These are the zones that really cut the player count down as people are moving, especially when you have one of, if not the best trio on Ultimate High Ground with an RPG. Are you kidding me?
But
they are in the best spot.
Remember, it still hurts to hold high ground from zone 6 so early. They're going to be forced to jump down soon if they can't, you know, kind of map conserve properly. They're getting broken down consistently now by the shockwaves. These are one of the cons that happen when you take that high ground, because you don't get the pleasures of looting the players you drop, right? It's just like that. All that loot's gone. They actually can't use it.
And every time you hear a shockwave, you'll see these players snap and look up in the air to see if they can try and find who's on the fly. In case you have free shots, as that elimination is secured. Mitro picking up a knock on Falconly in the feed. Another one as the trio, 7 remaining. I've got to say, if this is not a win for this team, I don't know what is.
Any more AR left in his gun. There's no more RPG left here. It's a straight up shotgun battle. This is a crucial elim. That's going to get them some of the resources that they need to hold this high ground here. And it looks like it's cutting back across. So lucky for them, they're going to be able to kind of reuse some of their resource here. We have a couple players left in the game here. Red Rush in the low ground. Shaka and Cal as well. Here's Mitro just raining fire. That tack sub SMG is so good for shredding through builds right here. And honestly, they can pierce through the turbos like right there. These are the shots. Good pressure right here from Mitro, putting down the fire, putting all the ammunition to use here. We're almost in the final zone now. This is it. Storm Zone 9. The close-in will happen. Looks like Benji Fishy's going to go for that high ground. You saw him elevate himself right there. So he's going to get out of the harm's way of the shockwave, and Mitro's going to stay down here and just get down and dirty with the TAC SMG right now.